Hey everybody, Coach Simone Kelly here with another edition of Power Players. I'm so excited to let you meet Charlene Brown in Brooklyn, right? BK
Yes.
in the house?
Yes.
BK is in the house and your company has Brooklyn in it. Why don't you tell us about your company?
Yes. I definitely
Brooklyn.
wanted to make it a unique thing in a sense of I wanted to stand out a little more, but I needed to be very connected to where I am and who I wanted to help and represent. And especially, I get a lot of my clients in Brooklyn. So, I just wanted to be a part of the creatives and the vibe of Brooklyn. So
and I gotta say, I'm a Bronx girl. And usually when I go to visit New York now, Brooklyn is like my new favorite place. Sorry, Bronx, don't get mad. But
Brooklyn is heated.
The energy, the art, in Harlem too. I always go to Harlem too. But Brooklyn just has like so many events and the food, everything. Gentrification and all that too. But but it still has its culture. It's holding on strong.
Which is why I love it, because especially being from the Caribbean, my family's from the Caribbean. I'm just like, that Brooklyn is just such connection to the islands.
Yes.
So I love it. I love it.
You meet everybody there. So how long have you had your business?
I've been doing that for a little over 4 years.
What would you say is your major strength? Because you seem multi-talented. You do a lot of different things. So
yes, I try. But definitely my main strength is being a full stack developer, which is I code the back end of a website and I also design the front end. So I make it functional yet pretty.
and also usable for the person that owns
Correct.
it. Do you specialize in WordPress or do you have like different kinds of?
I very much favor and specialize WordPress.org for the simple fact that it allows more freedom for the owner. You get to own more of your assets,
right?
And you get to actually connect with the back end of it. So if anything happens with your hosting or whatever, you can still claim and access your content, unlike a lot of other platforms.
Like Wix and I forget the other one. Because I have a lot of friends that have those sites and they like them, but I always tell them that you don't really own it. And
then with another thing that I noticed with Wix while helping another client, because they have Wix, is that once you publish your website, if you wanted to change the layout or anything, you have to recreate a whole new website. I'm like, why?
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, that's too much.
I was not a fan. So I wasn't sure if it was just because they were on a certain plan or whatever, but I was just
that's true. I don't like being trapped anywhere. Like right now I'm moving servers and I'm so happy to leave them. Okay. And WordPress. And it's so important for a lot of people that don't know much about websites because they'll get taken advantage of to do like little stupid stuff that they could do on their own. So if you're the webmaster, you can help them. And at the end of the day, you don't want to be nitpicked by every little thing. Hey, can you put this graphic up? Hey, can you move? So it's helpful.
And I try to get my clients a little more independent in a sense,
right?
Where I don't mind doing it for you, but like you said, it's going to come with a cost because it's my time and I can get it quickly. But if you can just learn just a little couple of things, you can end up saving yourself a lot of time and money.
Exactly. So I like that you work with us. Now tell us about the video. Actually, you have a program called the Digital Assets Program. Tell us about what that is.
Yes.
Right now you're just saying you do websites, you do video editing.
Yes.
You don't film. You're not a cinematographer.
No, I don't film it. But the main part that I want to focus on for my clients is to help them create mini commercials. So what I do is that's just part of the branding aspect of it. And because a lot of us, including myself, don't always like to be in front of a camera.
That's why I got you on. Yes. It wasn't easy, y'all. We've been rescheduling.
My Lord. But what I do in my video aspect is just to create simple 5-second, maybe 10-second, or sometimes 30-minute videos for my clients, so they can still get themselves out there on video, still use that powerful engine, and not have to feel like they have to be on the camera right away.
And I just want to add my 2 cents about video, because as a business coach, a lot of my clients will hide behind the computer. They don't want to talk to people. I want to be behind the scenes. And I tell people all the time, if you don't have video, you really can't connect as much with people. People love to see your face. They love to hear your voice. It helps them kind of connect with you like they feel like they know you. You know what I mean?
Yes, especially as solopreneurs. They want to know who we are, because we're not Google. at the end of the day.
Exactly. So it helps build a connection with you. So Facebook Live, a lot of people hate doing it. I tell them to do it. Instagram Live, I promise you it works because now the other caveat to that is there's people that do not like to read, unfortunately. You know how many times I post a special?
Oh yeah.
Or I post, I'm going to be doing this event. Oh, I didn't read it. But then I do a video, they know. And I'm like, I sent you a text, I sent you an email, y'all still in. But then if I put the video, why you ain't telling me? I'm like, you got it like 3 weeks ago. Like, you know, video is that's like I go to that at the end of the day. So
and then what I found out with some of my clients, and I know for me, a lot of times you get so inundated with text content. So you get a lot of emails, you get a lot of
you start to ignore.
And it's almost like you just put on those blinders just so you can get through your day.
Right. Like I'll get to it later.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your digital assets program, because this kind of whirls everything together in one.
Correct.
Pie, right?
Correct.
so tell us what that is, because I love the concept.
Right. So I started the Master Your Digital Assets content, where you can actually start to figure out what is your digital asset and the importance of tracking it. Because so many times, especially when I have people try to hire me or ask me questions, I ask like basic thing. Okay, are you going to create your own content? Do you have it? And a lot of times they don't know exactly what I mean. So I have to break it down. It's either written. Do you have your own bio already written? Do you have the concept of what your programs are or what you're offering, your services, your descriptions, all of those things? Images are a huge digital asset that a lot of solopreneurs don't realize they need them really. So a lot of times they're like, oh, I don't have any images. Just find me something on the stock, on somebody's stock website. And it's because there are literally thousands and thousands of images, anything can be used, but you don't want anything to represent your brand.
Right.
So it's very important that business owners just start learning what they need or what they like. And then that way it helps your developer, or even if you're trying to hire a virtual assistant, it helps your VA understand how you move and things that you already have. So you're not repurchasing licenses that you need. You're not repurchasing software because you already have access to that. So you just need to locate it and put it somewhere and then list where all those locations are. So if you have to hand over that list or that package to someone to work for you, they know exactly where to go. They know your logins, stuff like that.
So why do you think it's important to have a digital asset? Because I mean, you kind of went through some of it, but as far as like some of the mistakes that you've seen, like in the past with clients, what have been some of the things that have said, hey, I need to put something together for these people. They're making me nuts, you know?
One of the main
make everybody's life easier. Maybe not.
One of the main things is not knowing their logins. They don't know where. They don't know where. They don't know where things are. They know that, okay, wait a minute. I know I have access to MailChimp, but I don't know what my login is. So then if I need to do something for them, they're like, you know what? I want to put on a promo for May 1st. Okay, it's now April 25th. When are you going to get me your login? So if the amount of time it would take you to remember everything, search for something, and then get it to me in time for me to do what I need to do, then, you know, you kind of kill yourself in that sense of you kill a promo, you kill whatever momentum you have.
Needed, So is it kind of like putting everything together in one place? Like how I have my little system. What do you call it? The thing that I have with you. I have all my files in one place.
Yes. So like I have with you, I have your client portal. So,
okay. So that's different. Okay. That's not the same.
Right. It's different, but in a sense it's the same, because what we've done is we've categorized things and we have folders set up for specific items. So all your videos are in one location.
So you don't have 50 emails from me.
Exactly.
Drive me crazy. Send me all these emails.
Right. So once the project is done, I can package that and put it in another kit for you, and then have that where you can put it somewhere where you would always have it. So if you have a Dropbox, you can just place everything in that same setup on a Dropbox and you always have it.
Right. The other thing, I mean, going along with the whole the mistakes that people make, is with the password issue, a lot of entrepreneurs, I see this because many years ago, my company did websites. I didn't design them. I was the content person, but they will give everything to the webmaster and not know anything. And the person disappears off the face of the earth. Oh, they're in India. They're in the Philippines. They can't get into nothing. Yeah. Or the person owns their domain. Like, just not being logical, or like, you know what I mean? So hopefully you can educate these people, because a lot of people just have no clue.
Yeah, because one of the things that used to be popular, I'm not sure if it's still popular, but it used to be something of allow your web developer to do everything. So they would purchase your hosting, they would purchase your domain name.
Yeah, that hosting thing, forget it. And then they hold on to your domain. I know people that had their things, what do they call, like pirates? Like domain, there's a name for it. I can't remember the exact name. And pirates. But
and what I've done was I make it part of my intake process where you have to do that. I don't want to purchase it. If I do purchase it, I put it all in your name from the beginning.
Good.
So no matter what happens, you are the owner. I want you to take responsibility for your content.
Right. So really like a branding package, technically, right?
Technically, it is. Okay. Yes. Because eventually that's because it's all a part of the branding. It's very important that, especially, let's say later down the line, you want to start you want to have somebody develop an app for your business, or you want to have your brand trademarked. It's easier if you know where everything is. If you already have access to, I launched at this time, I got my LLC, or I got my Inc. formed at this time. Here's all my paperwork. Here's my digital paperwork, things like that.
Okay, so this sounds more like an organization system in a sense.
Right. It's definitely an organizational system, because it's, like I said, time is very key in getting your project off the ground. So the quicker you can get things to your developer or to anybody who's helping you, the quicker it can be that they can turn things around. Because I know some developers promise to have a website designed for you in 4 weeks, maybe 2 weeks. That's all great if you already have access to the content. Right. But once you're being stalled, or you're having to wait for someone else, then as a developer, you're going to end up, not meeting a promise that you made. So some clients may not see it that way. They're like, well, you didn't remind me, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. And there's pretty much a dual responsibility when it comes to developing a website or anything that you do as a project for your business. It becomes a dual responsibility where, yes, you've hired me as a professional, but at the end of the day, it's not my business.
Right. Yeah. So let me just break it down. Let's break it. You break it down, but let's break it down for somebody that knows anything, because this might be going over some people's heads. It's going to be real. Right. Like the digital assets concept. Yes. So if technically, because you're so talented, you do web, you do design. Do you do design like logos and stuff too?
Yes, I do.
Oh my God. Do you do web? You do design. You do video. So technically, if I came to you with an idea from just an idea, I don't even have a business yet. Would you be able to help me with that? Like, take me through the steps of, the business has already started, but I say, hey, this is the colors I like. Can you make my logo? So can you help me through all of those steps?
Yes, that's part of the strategy, because something new that I also started to just allow the clients to really focus, and no matter who else they work with in the future, they would always have it, is to create a branding package for them. Nice. So they have their logos, they have their image, their color codes, they have all of those things in an actual package. So no matter who they have to hire, if let's say they want an actual videographer, they can send a videographer like, look, these are the type of images I like. This is what my brand is feeling like. And can you work with me to create that same type of feel for my videos?
I love it. Yeah. Wow. You are like a super powerhouse. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like a learning. It's anything that I had to learn for myself, and I'm still learning. Right. I try my best to implement it in what I do for others, so they too don't have to go through the stumbling blocks as much as I did.
Right. And like I said, she's very good at what she does. She's already helped me with a couple of things, and we're working on some more major projects. So I'm very excited. So, you know, I usually like to promote people that I know their work. And I look, all hail, Charlene.
Thank you.
So tell people how we can find you. How can we sign up for anything? Give us the website address.
Yes, definitely. I am at Bklyn, which is Bklyn Custom Designs.com, or you can spell out Bklyn Custom Designs.com, and it will lead you to the same location. You can find me on Instagram as BK Custom Designs, and I'm also on Facebook as Bklyn Custom Designs, Bklyn Custom Designs. And those are my main two platforms right now. Even though I'm on Twitter, I don't really do Twitter right now because I'm focused on other things.
I don't know how people like Twitter. I don't like Twitter. I'm on there, but I don't like it. But so, and if anybody wants to know more about her, just reach out to her. We actually have an article about you on Own Your Power in our blog as well.
Yes.
So you could just type in her name and it'll pop right up, Charlene Brown. And that's pretty much it. So thank you so much for your time. We're so excited to work with you, to have you on Own Your Power team. And we hope to get you lots of business and get the word out about what you're doing.
Yes, I can't wait. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.